Hello everyone, and welcome to episode number 24 of the video podcast, Me and My Dog and Some Yarn. My name is Kim and I'm your host. I'm also known as Black Horse on Ravelry and Black Horse Knitter on Instagram. This is Dottie, as most of you guys know if you've watched me in the past. Dottie is my 10-year-old golden retriever and she's not feeling well today. Last night, I went to walk her before I went to bed, and I could barely get her to get up to go outside to go potty. Her hips are really bothering her. She has her good days and she has her bad days, and this is one of those bad days. So I decided to take off work a little bit early to come home and spend some time with her and to podcast and to do some other crafts. Yeah, get a head start on my weekend. So here I am, and here's Dottie, and I hope she behaves herself while we chat. So go ahead and grab yourself a beverage and your knitting, and I guess we'll get started. So not a lot's been going on this week for me. I've just been working. No special plans, but I have had a lot of time to knit in the evenings. I haven't had to work as late this week, so I was able to come home and, take care of the animals and my husband, fix dinner and laundry and that kind of thing. But I did get home early, so I did get a lot of things done, and I'm excited to show you guys. Excuse me. Allergies are bothering me today. I guess I'll show you what I finished first, okay? I finished an item you guys haven't seen yet. It's called the bucket hat. And I don't remember who wrote the pattern. I believe it's a free pattern. I've knit it twice. This is the second time. The first time I knitted it, I used a size 7 needle, and I used, what is it called? Sugar and Cream. I used some Sugar and Cream by Lily in the 4th of July colorway, I believe is what it was called. It was red, white, and blue self-striping yarn. And when I was finished, I used a vintage metal pin, a big flower pin on it. And I wish I would have pulled it in here before I started podcasting, but I don't want to stop and go get it now. Maybe I'll show you that in the future. But my grandmother's birthday, she's going to be 94 on May 9th, and we are going to go see her next weekend. And so I made her a hat. And it is the bucket hat. I'm not sure who puts out the pattern, but I believe it is free. It has, you knit so many rows, and then you make a purl row, and then you turn it back, so the brim of the hat is doubled, and then you knit, and then you do your decreases. I did my decreases a little bit different than the pattern stated. Also, when I used the 7s last time around, it was actually pretty big on my head, so I left it big. I ripped it out to where it wasn't as long. Because when I put it on my head, I literally could not see. It was over my eyes. So this one is from my grandmother, and she has a smaller head than I do. So I knit it on what I thought was a 6, but when I went to get my double point needles, I just happened to check my needle gauge, and I had size 5s circulars to start off with. So I finished with a size 5, and it's a little snug on me, so I think it will fit my grandma pretty nicely. So, anyways, I'm excited. Her birthday's next week. She loves my hand-knitted items. I am going to go put a button on here. I don't know if I have one or if I'm going to go get one, but I think a real big, maybe round wooden button, or maybe a big heart. My grandma likes to wear colorful, bright colors, so I think she's really going to love this. Her favorite color is purple, and this does have purple in it. It is Peaches and Cream, and it's in the Fiesta colorway. So anyways, that's one finished object. My second finished object is my mother's shawl. Yay! I haven't blocked it yet, and I have not put the fringe on, but as you can see, I have finished the knitting portion. This is going to be a free pattern that I'm going to publish within the next few days, I hope. This is knit out of Knit Picks palette, and this is in the fuchsia colorway. And we will have a knit along, and there will be prizes, so I hope you guys will join. It's a very simple pattern. It's knit on size 6 knitting needles, I believe. Yeah, I think I went with the 6. It is just basically knit in the garter stitch with some yarn overs, and then as you get to the edge, then we start with the fan and feather. And this is actually a pattern that I re-engineered or copied from an original shawl that my great-grandmother knitted back in the 30s. So I'm going to call it Granny's 1930s shawl, and it will be available probably next week. And we'll get that knit along started. I have never done a knit along in my group, so I'm excited about that, and I hope you guys will join me. And next, that's all the finished items I have. The things I'm working on now, you guys saw my sister's 1930 shawl, and I have started to put the fringe on, and I'm almost halfway finished with the fringe. So here's this. It's also knit out of Knit Picks palette, and it is in the Marina colorway. And the color is not really showing up very well on the camera. To me, it looks blue on my screen, but it is actually a really pretty teal. It's got a lot of green in it, and I think she'll like it. So that's something I'm still kind of working on with the fringe. And then I am knitting on the next shawl. Hang on just a minute. Looks like I'm cutting my head off there. Okay, so the next shawl is for my Aunt Becky, and this is also Knit Picks palette. It is the, oh darn, I don't know what color it is. It's a seafoam color, but I'm not sure if that's the name, and I don't have the label with me right now. It's a very pretty green, like a muted green. It's a seafoam. That's what I would call seafoam. But as you can see, I'm not very far. But I want to get this one done, finish putting the fringe on my mom's and my sister's, and then I want to knit one for me, and I want to do this all before the end of June, because in June we're having a 50th wedding anniversary for my mom and dad, and my sister will be in town, and I want to make sure I give everybody their shawl at the same time. I'm hoping to meet my 2 aunts, my mom, and my sister for lunch the week of the anniversary. So anyways, excuse me while I get a sip of my drink. Okay, so I have a prize to give away. Yay! I love to give away prizes. If you guys watching me, if you guys have a shop and you know on Etsy and you sell things, maybe maybe you dye yarn, maybe you sell stitch markers or project bags, whatever, yarn bowls, whatever you might do as an extra craft if you have a shop and you would like to donate a prize to get your name out and show your items off. I will be happy to give away one of your prizes on my podcast. So if you would, just contact me at, my username is Black Horse on Ravelry, and you can contact me there, and I'll be happy to give away a prize for you. I do give away prizes, and since I'm a new podcaster, all of my prizes come from me. So I don't have a prize to give away this, a new prize to give away. Hopefully next week I'll have one. But I do have a prize from last week to give away, and I'll go ahead and do that now. It is 2 skeins of Claudia's hand-painted yarn, and it is in the Desert Dusk colorway. This came out of my stash, and they are the same dye lot. One is missing the tag. I don't know what happened to it. But they are both the same dye lot, and it's Claudia hand paints. So let's see who wins. Okay, so I just went in and I closed the thread. I can't think straight today. So let's see here. Guess I probably should turn my phone on silent because I haven't done that yet. Okay, so here it is, random number generator. Okay, so we had 26, I believe. Yes. Okay, 26. Okay, so I was the first person in the thread, so I don't count. So I'm going to say 2 to 26. Okay. 2 to 26. Can you guys see that? I am so in need of a new camera. Okay, random number generator, and it's number 2. There you go, 2. Okay, so let's go see who number 2 is. Number 2 is Bouncy One. Bouncy One is from, actually she is from Houston, Texas. I know Bouncy because she has come to Knit Night, virtual Knit Night on Fridays. We don't have it every Friday, but we do have it a lot of Fridays, maybe twice out of the month or 3 times out of the month. And so Bouncy is actually Mariah, and she's from Houston. So Bouncy, you won the yarn. And let's see what Bouncy said she's going to do with it. Whoops. I can't decide if I'd make something for the girls or my mother-in-law as a wedding present. I'm excited. She's getting married in 2 weeks. Wow. 2 weeks. Bouncy, can you knit this up in 2 weeks for your mother-in-law? I hope so. If not, your girls will enjoy it. So, send me a private message on Ravelry and let me know where I can send this to you. And I'll get it in the mail as soon as I hear from you. So, congratulations. Okay, so next, Dottie, where are you going? Where are you going, girl? Come here. Oh, this poor girl. Makes me want to cry when I see her limping. Come here, honey. You don't want to lay on this? Come here. You don't have to lay on that. You getting hot? Come here. It's hot here in Houston already. Come on. Come lay down. Oh, poor baby. Her little legs hurt. That's so sad. Makes me want to cry. I went and picked her up. She's on Remedil, and I picked her up some of that. I keep her on that. She was out, and out on Sunday, and I picked some more up on Monday, so she hasn't really been off of that. She needs to be brushed. And then last night when she started hurting, I gave her I think it's called Tramadol, and she will not let me give her pills. She's terrible. So I have to hide it in her dog food. in her canned dog food because she will not. I mean, I've tried to put it in a piece of cheese. I've tried those little pill pockets where you stick the little pill in the treat and you mash it all up and give it to them. Mm-mm. She eats the pill. I mean, she eats around the pill. She eats the pill pocket, but she spits out the pill. I don't know how she does it, but the only way I can get it down her is to put it in dog food. Otherwise, I have to fight her and, you know, shove it down her throat, and I really hate to do that. So, anyways, poor little girl. I hate getting old dogs. So sad. Especially when you remember how young they used to be and how they used to constantly run. And it's just sad. So, anyways, that's my poor little dots. Okay, so I have my last segment of the podcast. Just real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and show you one of my knitting magazines, except this one's just mainly a leaflet. I pulled it was on top of a stack that I had, so I just grabbed it. I don't believe I've shown it to you yet. It is Columbia Minerva leaflet number 2524, and it's called In Shawls. And I just thought this was cute. I'm sure I bought it in an estate sale or maybe a resale shop. But it was originally sold. This one came from Leeward's. I've told you guys about Leeward's before. I used to go shopping there with my mom and my grandma and my aunts for 35 cents. It is from, oh goodness, it is in, I guess, it's probably the 70s. I don't know. Anyways, it's from the 70s. It's got 6 different shawls, 3 of them to knit. The little blue one is knitted. The pink one is knitted. And, of course, the colorful one is crochet. And then over here is the stripe one is crochet, the middle one is crochet, and the white one is knitted. And the inside is just the patterns. There are no other pictures. This one right here, that reminds me of Rhoda. Do you guys remember Rhoda? Some of you are probably too young to remember Rhoda. I loved watching Rhoda. That reminds me of Rhoda with the scarf on her head. That's so cute. And then this one over here reminds me of Ugly Betty. Do you guys remember Ugly Betty from, I don't know, several years ago? It was a show. And I think in one of the first episodes, she wears this really hideous poncho to work. And anyways, it's hilarious. I don't know why. That show was really kind of stupid, but I liked it anyways. Anyways, that is Columbia Minerva. It's from the 70s. It's leaflet number 2425. So anyways, I guess that's it. I don't have a whole lot to show you other than that. Sorry, it's a short podcast. I'm only up to 19 minutes, but anyways, check out our group on Ravelry. It's the Me and My Dog and Some Yard video podcast group. Come join our group and watch for the knit along for the shawl. It's Granny's 1930s shawl knit along. I will be posting details to that pretty soon, and we'll get started. And if you want to go ahead and order your yarn, you can really use any fingering yarn. It takes, I'm trying to think, I can't remember what I came up with, but when I order from Knit Picks and I order the palette, I order 4 skeins, and that covers all of the fringe, except it doesn't actually take the full 4 skeins. It takes like 3.5 or a little less. Really barely, maybe 3¼ skeins is what it really takes. The fringe takes 140 yards. One of my testers actually was sweet enough to figure that out for me. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week, and next week I'll try to have a prize. So I hope you'll have a great week, and come join us in the knit along. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.